Hi friends, happy Wednesday. It's actually Wednesday evening. I did not get this devotion done this morning. I went to the pool, did my exercises, and then I had family in town. She's not my blood sister, but I think you guys have heard me talk about my mom, Betty. She has been my mom since I was 14. She's an amazing lady, has loved me because she wanted to, not because she had to, and she was there when nobody else was. And so she's incredible. So her daughters are more like sisters to me than anything else. And so one of them was here from Minnesota this week, and so I went and spent some time with her and my mom this morning just to get to visit and catch up with them. And so that was super special. And so between going to the pool and doing that and other things going on, I had work stuff to get done, and it just didn't happen this morning, but it's happening now. And I'm excited to share this devotion with you guys, and you'll have to bear with me. I'm doing this without my tripod today because my tripod, I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it. It might be outside from when I used the Blackstone the last time. I'll have to go look. But anyway, we're doing it without the tripod, so bear with me, and we'll do this as steady as we possibly can. So we're doing our devotion again out of the 3-minute devotion for women that my sweet friend Nicole from Lazy Creek Homestead gave me for Christmas. And today's devotion I thought was just incredible. I absolutely love Proverbs 31. I love what Proverbs 31 has to say about women and who we are as women and who we are as the children of God and who we are as his daughters. And that is such an incredible thing for us to take hold of and to remember and to really put our value in that. Not anything else, not of anything of this world, but to put our value in the fact that we are daughters of the King. And so reading this morning, this was just amazing. So this devotion is called God's Mirror. And it's from Proverbs 31, verse 30. And it says, "Charm is deceptive, and beauty does not last. But a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised." And that is such an incredible, incredible promise from him, that if we keep our eyes fixed on him and not on the things of this world, that we will be blessed by doing that. This devotion says, "The woman admitted that she spent much of her attention on how she looked and who was looking at her. She even watched her reflection in a store window to see how passerbys reacted as she walked down the street. Her overwhelming focus on appearance was driven by fear of being alone. The woman who was afraid that if she wasn't outwardly attractive, she might never find a husband. But she understood she misunderstood what really determined her value." Proverbs 31:30 shares a very important truth about charm and beauty. They fade. If a woman marries primarily on the basis of physical beauty, the couple will eventually be left wanting more. Much more fulfilling to a marriage is the woman's spiritual focus. May our minds be focused on the qualities that last: honesty, faithfulness, loyalty, and spiritual growth. Mr. Wright will define beauty as God does, and we will value good personal qualities above physical perfection. Today, gaze into the mirror of Scripture. Allow your true beauty to be that inner beauty of soul, a reflection of Christ that never fails. And I just thought that was so incredibly beautiful. And what an amazing, amazing promise we have from our King. He loves us that much that he wants so much more for us than to have relationships that are based on solely physical attraction. Because it is so true. Those things do fade, they go away. You don't always look like you did when you were younger. And I've seen so many marriages in my 53 years that have fallen apart because the wife didn't look as young as she used to. She didn't look like she did when he first met her. And he wasn't physically attracted to her anymore. And he was looking for somebody that he was physically attracted to. And what we should be looking at is what God looks at, which is our heart and the inward things that he has given us. And so I love how Proverbs 31 talks about finding a spouse, finding somebody that looks at our spiritual beauty, not the outward appearance. And it can be a hard thing for us women these days because there is so much focus put on outward beauty and outward appearance and outward everything. You can't watch TV anymore or flip through a magazine where you don't see somebody that is doing all kinds of things to make themselves look perfect. plastic surgery, Botox, thousands and thousands of dollars on makeup and all the things. The best thing that my husband ever said to me was a couple years ago, and I made the decision myself. He did not make this decision for me. I made this decision when I decided to let my hair go and to quit coloring. I had colored my hair since I was 19 years old. I colored my hair every 3 months, whether it needed it or not. I colored my hair. And when I made that decision a few years ago, and I said, you know what? I'm done coloring my hair. I'm done doing all of those. I'm done. I'm going to let it go natural. And so I let it go natural. I let the gray come in. My sweet friend, who's my hairdresser and has been my hairdresser forever, I still go get my hair cut. I just don't have my hair colored anymore. And she turned me on to purple shampoo. That's what I use to keep my hair so it doesn't get brassy, to kind of keep that gray as it's coming in, to keep it vibrant and looking healthy, not dried out and brassy. And that's all I do. And my husband told me that he would much rather that I do that than spend a ton of money on coloring my hair and all those things, because it did nothing. He didn't care about those things. What he cared about is who I was and who I am and how I treat him and that we respect each other, that we respect our marriage, that we love each other. Those are the things that were important to us, that we put God number one in our marriage and our home. God is the number one thing in our house. Absolutely the number one thing in our home is our relationship with Jesus. That is the most important thing for us. And none of the other things matter. Absolutely none of the other things matter. It does not matter to us at all about those. So I hope this encourages you, especially you ladies. I hope this encourages you to really look at what God looks at and not look at the heart. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with putting on makeup. I wear makeup. I only usually wear it to church. I don't wear it any other time of the week because I'm home. I work from home. I'm home. I will put on a little makeup when I do my YouTube videos, but I don't wear makeup like I used to. I definitely don't put on as much as I used to, and I do keep it more plain, more simple. I think it's, getting into my 50s, I think it just kind of is that thing that I'm just in more of a simple mode right now for this, but that's where I'm at. But I am by no means saying there's anything wrong with wanting to look good and wanting to, spend money on those things. That's fine if that's what you want to do, but don't let that be what determines your value, because your value is not in the makeup. It's not in the hair. It's not in the clothes. It's not in the plastic surgery. It's not in any of those things. Your value is in what God thinks of you. And your value comes from what's in here. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, out of the mouth, the heart speaks. And if you are somebody that looks beautiful on the outside, but you're bitter in here, it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. You could be the most beautiful person in the world. But if you are bitter and angry and hateful inside, and that's how your heart is, that's going to come out more than anything. And so that's something that is super important for us, is to make sure that our heart is always in the right place and that we are always thinking about our value in God, in what He thinks of us. That's what's the most important thing. So, friends, I hope this encourages you today. I hope you guys take a little bit from this and get something from it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this scripture. If you guys have read Proverbs 31, if you guys have ever done the Proverbs 31 Bible study, let me know. I've looked into it a couple times. I don't have time to take it on right now. I know it's a pretty intensive study. I'm getting ready to lead a Bible study starting next month, and I just don't have time to take on anything else with all the things I have going. I don't have time for anything else right now. So but I would be interested in doing it at some point. If you guys have done it, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. What are your, what did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? What was something incredible that you guys learned from it? If you did do the Proverbs 31 Bible study, let me know those things in the comments. I would love to hear about that. And friends, it is almost time for hubby to be home. He should be here very shortly. We're going to spend the rest of the evening together. We have a busy weekend coming up, and I need to get up early in the morning, get ready for Bible study. So I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day, friends, and God bless.